Hey guys, Rory is here. I'm live. Yeah, fall asleep to the sound of my beautiful voice. I'm still a tiny bit sick, so my voice can be really deep and low. Welcome back. Hey guys. Yeah, I've since the last time I streamed mid-May. Yeah, there's this new feature which doesn't work with my chat properly. You'll notice the people up the top there. The thing isn't working properly. Works fine for whoever is number one. The number one chatter uh gets you're sick? Quick, get a banana. Eh, I have banana. My health banana. Just in time for Pride Month. It is Pride Month. I forgot that. I forgot that June is Pride Month. You know what that means. Um, but no, something interesting that's happened to me before we start the stream proper. Something interesting is that it was this weekend was slash still is running as we speak. The mid-year nerd convention that we have in Auckland here. So we have a convention called Armageddon. That is like the closest thing that we have to like a Comic Con or like a nerd convention. And I was I was I wasn't gonna bring it up so soon, but bringing on the banana right next to my banana that I always have next to my desk. Eh. I have a new food family. The sushi. I have a tiny onigiri uh that I bought at the uh bought at Armageddon. It's a little like pinpoint. Oh, it's so white, it's hard to see. It's a little like pinpoint cloth, plushy onigiri. Which is adorable. So that's now in my little cubby here. Making friends with the banana. It's just imagine if holding this banana slowly makes you less sick over time. I wish I had a device like that. Still not super well. But ah, finally turn off the reactions button. Right, right. Mm. Um, but yeah, the whole like number one, number two thing, crown thing. It's if you go to the top of the chat, or I think it's the top on you guys' screen. There's a little like community button. It'll explain well, first of all, show who is number one, two, and three chatters. I don't know how that. Yeah, I don't know exactly how the XP works, other than just you just chat, and eventually you'll get the XP. But there's also a little question mark, and it explains community leaderboard and XP. Um, what's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out on the community. The top three get special badges and live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. So at the start of every stream, it resets all to 0, and then whoever's the most common chatter gets the most XP, I suppose. You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how to get them. Send live chat messages, send super chat, and super stickers. And that's it. That's how you get XP. Currently, Zach is number 1, with Fireboy number 2, and Rollick number 3. It is pay to win. It is indeed pay to win. The healing gnome. Yeah, yeah. That's limited too, isn't it? The healing gnome, the special mutation. Uh, I wouldn't consider Rorius a gnome, but he is indeed healing. Ah. uh, it has a considerable delay. Oh, okay, I get it. Can't say I'd noticed yet. To be expected, to be fair, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um, but alongside my sushi acquisition, I also got some video game themed coasters for my desk. Uh, I got these little Crash Bandicoot boxes. So like the main one I've been using so far is like your classic question mark box as my main coaster. But I've also got Nitro and TNT boxes as like little coasters on my desk. I thought that was cool. And there's a fourth one that came with the set, but it's on Mark's desk, and it is, instead of being a box, it's just Crash and Aku Aku. Uh, yeah, like doing something silly. I have returned. Yeah. It's cool, but I feel like it makes people spam for bigger communities. Yeah, that's immediately what I thought as well. It's like I don't really want people just like throwing comments out there just to get more XP. Yeah. Never understood the rivalry between Zack and Fireboy. It's fun to watch from a safe distance. You were gonna get those? Oh, okay. Yeah, some stall at Armageddon had them. So I was like, hell yeah. Hopefully the coasters don't explode. I put a cup down and the TNT starts going bomb, 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 bomb. Meanwhile, I put my cup on the nitro and it just immediately explodes. It doesn't give you XP for every chat? Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. So hopefully it's just, if you just interact normally, you'll get the most amount of experience in the the live chat. Okay. They don't explode, but they're always leaking sand and gravel. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's a new system. Well, at least new since I last streamed, which admittedly was a couple weeks ago now. Um, yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Pizza box scam. Uh, Annoyingly, because of the way that this works, I can only open it like that. I have to start it in Reddit first, and then
Last year, I moved out of my parents' house and into my first apartment. Just me, no roommates, in a neat little downtown area where I could walk to a bunch of stuff. My apartment was right by this pizza restaurant, and I mean like the front door of my apartment was about 20 or 30 steps from it. So close that I could smell pizza cooking on some days. It was a nice little apartment, but there was a big issue that started getting on my nerves. The first week I moved in, I looked for a dumpster around my building. Nothing. I had seen people next door putting their trash bags right outside, so I was like, oh, okay, they're probably having people to come pick up the trash from inside. So I tried doing that. When trash day came around, nothing. The bag was still at my door. Some people's trash was no longer at their doors, but some were still there. So then I was like, okay, so people are probably just setting their trash out to take elsewhere, right? I ended up calling the office I picked up my key from, and from what they said, the building just straight up didn't have a dumpster. So it was up to me to deal with it. Not sure if something was miscommunicated.
Rocky, according to the rules section, yes, you should be able to buy your way to the top. Because super chats and super stickers account towards the account towards your XP. How to win? Step 1, become mod. Step 2, ban everyone else. Step 3, profit. Yeah. How to win? Step 1, job. Step 2, profit. Yeah. A job in 2025? Nah, I'll leave that for the AI to deal with. It's true.
But I remember talking to my parents about it the next day, and they
Thank
thought
you,
that was
Rocky.
really weird and
Thank you for
probably
your
violated some
donation.
city code. I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's legally required that buildings like mine have a dumpster so that, you know, trash doesn't just start piling up everywhere. Anyways, although it was annoying, for the first few months living over there, I ended up making my own solution. At the time, I worked pretty close to where I lived, so I would just use the dumpster at work to drop my trash off. It wasn't like I was needing to take out the trash super frequently or anything, so I decided it was a pretty decent solution. Little side note, this is also the time where my YouTube channel started picking up traction, and by August I was full-time with it, meaning I was now working from home. Now, it would be inefficient going to my former workplace to use that dumpster, even though I think it was just a public dumpster for any.
Sorry, I keep interrupting the video, but it doesn't seem to have worked yet. Wait, let's have a look. Let's have a look. It has sent you. It sent you way up to being fourth, though. Okay. It only gave you 25. I'm pretty sure. Uh, I actually thought it gave you 50 as opposed to 25. But then again, I wasn't checking closely. Yeah. I see. Yeah, Nathan has taken the second place. Oh, Fireboy has taken it back. Nathan is now third. It seems to be some. There's some way it calculates it. I don't know how. Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if money just helps it bypass the cooldown. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's all good, Mecha. Yeah. No, this new thing, this new like highest in chatting thing. It's an interesting random feature that they decided to add, but it doesn't really. Like, don't even worry about it. Dear. Rocky, only if you care, only if you want to. You don't have to. Dear. So yeah, it still has Rocky. It still has you as. You gonna try a sticker? Okay. Yeah, it still has you as 75 XP on my end. So if you send a sticker, I'll see what it changes to. Golf rules. Yeah, golf rules. Oh dear. I was gonna say because it's at the moment Zach is in quite a lead. Oh, okay, okay. There's the sticker. Does it show up on the screen? At least so far. So far, I haven't seen any XP come up at all. Oh, the text is all broken. The text is all broken for this as well. I'm gonna look up how to modify the CSS so that I can modify it for that too. Golf. It's kind of boring. It does not rule IMO. Hey, welcome back, Rollick. uh, mm. I've been stuck on 75 nonstop. Maybe because I chat more often. I think it's. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see. This is the thing. Is I have no idea how this works. Yeah, no idea. We'll see. We'll see how it goes as the stream goes through.
Place around the area to use. But regardless, I started scheming for a
No
better
idea.
solution. I remember there was a day where I was pretty bad sick, and I didn't really feel
It should
like
be written
driving
in
to
my
drop my
favor.
trash off. So, logically, I just used the pizza place's trash can. That's an easy solution. Well, apparently someone had actually seen me doing that, and the next morning I was greeted to a text message on my phone.
Dear tenant or tenants, please refrain from using the pizza place trash can. This is to only be used for their business, and any further violations of this rule will result in a fine. Thank you, and have a nice day.
This sent me into evil Raxty mode. So I had already started eating out a little more, and
I would if that was me, I would immediately text back saying like, please tell me where to send it then. If I'm not allowed to put it in there, where the hell do I put it? I'd text back. I'm so mad about it. That's what I was wondering as well. Maybe it's random. Maybe the points are like distributed randomly. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Uh, yeah, I suppose that is another way of seeing chat participants. Yeah, yeah. Huh. Interesting thought. Because I also wondered if, like, you'd lose points for not chatting, but it doesn't seem to do that either. So I have no idea how it works. Because, yeah, and there's lots of people are stuck where they are. Fireboy. And yeah, like the people who joined the stream at this very start and started chatting before the stream started, they have really like claimed the lead. And I don't know that there's if anyone's gonna overtake them at this point. Oh no, that has been there before. At least it has been on my end. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's new to you guys, but it's that was always there for me. Um. No, apparently it resets every stream, so this XP thing will change next stream. Um. Yes, let's
every
continue.
other Friday or so, I would order a pizza because, well, I could be gaming with some artist buddies, call the pizza in, resume my gaming, and then just walk down really quick and pick it up in like 2 minutes. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little lazy, right? So I didn't throw out like any of these pizza boxes, including some from earlier in the summer. So I had this stack of like 10 pizza boxes in the corner of my apartment. Wait a minute! I think I've got an idea. Get a pizza box. Stuff the trash inside the pizza box. Put the pizza box in the pizza place trash can. Pizza box can inside get trash. A box, but place pizza in the trash the box. Oh. That was my solution. My insatiable hunger for pizza had saved me, and also my hoarding of pizza boxes. It was a win-win. I got rid of the big stack of pizza boxes, and I took care of my trash. And I suppose I supported a local pizza place business along the way. So, yeah, checkmate, nerds. Now I rent a house with a roommate, and we have our own trash can, which is a luxury I didn't think I would learn to appreciate, but man, is it nice. Moral of the story. Put dumpsters by big buildings. Don't be stupid. And, don't do drugs, I guess. Okay, bye.
Fair enough. But yeah, I would not have tolerated being like told off for improvising if there was like literally no trash can around my apartment. I would be like, where the fuck do I put my trash? Tell me. Uh, yeah, I think that seems to also be the case. Yeah, because yeah, I think Zach probably has the most points because they started chatting right at like when I first posted the stream at about 10 p.m. last night. Zach posted first in the chat, and then Fireboy came in a little bit later, but still pretty early. But then maybe I don't know. I don't know. Whatever the case, something YouTube's got something going on there. We'll never figure it out. The most inaccurate thing your child has ever been taught in school. Oh.
What's the most inaccurate thing your child has ever been taught in school? My daughter's 4th grade teacher told her class that blood is blue inside your body and only turns red when it hits oxygen. Lily came home repeating this fact while showing me her veins. I gently explained that's actually not true. Blood is always red because of hemoglobin, just darker red in veins. She looked at me confused, but Mrs. Wilson showed us a whole PowerPoint about it, Dad. She even had diagrams from a science book. Next morning, I packed my work scrubs in my bag. I'm an ER nurse at Mercy General, and I was working the 3 p.m. shift anyway. I sent Mrs. Wilson an email asking if I could do a quick 15-minute presentation about blood for career day that afternoon. She loved the idea. When I arrived, Mrs. Wilson introduced me as Lily's dad who works at the hospital. 28 kids stared up at me from their desks covered in Lisa Frank folders and Minecraft pencil cases. I heard you guys learned that blood is blue inside your body, I said. The entire class nodded enthusiastically. Mrs. Wilson beamed from her desk. I pulled out a Vacutainer blood collection tube from my pocket. This is what we use to draw blood at the hospital. Notice something? I held it up. The tube creates a vacuum. No oxygen inside at all. Mrs. Wilson's smile started fading as I explained. When we draw blood with these, it never touches oxygen until we pop the cap off, but I showed photos on my phone of sealed blood tubes. See? Still red. The kids were fascinated. I showed them medical textbook pages on my tablet. Mrs. Wilson kept clearing her throat, her face getting redder than the blood samples on my screen. But our textbook says it's blue, one boy argued, pointing to their science book. I walked over and checked the publication date, 1998. Medicine updates pretty fast, I explained. We used to think lots of things that turned out to be wrong. Mrs. Wilson suddenly stood up. Well, thank you for that interesting presentation, Mr. Johnson, but we need to move on to math now. I nodded and started packing up when a girl raised her hand. So our textbook is wrong? The class erupted in whispers. Mrs. Wilson's voice got tight. The curriculum says, actually, I interrupted, pulling up the state science standards on my phone. The current curriculum specifically mentions this myth as something to correct. I showed her the screen. That's when she asked me to step into the hallway. The kids watched wide-eyed as the door closed behind us. Do you have any idea how hard it is to teach these kids when parents undermine my authority? She hissed. Now they'll question everything I say. I kept my voice calm. Isn't that exactly what we want them to do? Question things and learn critical thinking? I've been teaching for 22 years, she snapped. I'm not changing my whole curriculum because some nurse thinks he knows better than our textbooks. That night, Lily asked me if she was in trouble because Mrs. Wilson kept giving her mean looks all afternoon. I assured her she wasn't. The next day, Mrs. Wilson announced a pop quiz with questions like, what color is blood inside the body? Lily answered red and got marked wrong. She came home crying with a big red F. I requested a meeting with the principal and brought printouts of medical textbooks, the state science standards, and Lily's quiz. Principal Davis listened carefully, then called in Mrs. Wilson. When confronted with the evidence, Mrs. Wilson insisted, this is how I've always taught it. Principal Davis asked, but is it correct? After a long pause, Mrs. Wilson said, it's what the children understand better. I lost it. My daughter is crying every morning before school because she's afraid of getting Fs for writing down the truth. 2 weeks later, the school replaced their 1998 science books. Mrs. Wilson was required to attend professional development on current scientific standards. On Lily's next report card, Mrs. Wilson wrote, excellent critical thinking skills. But at the parent-teacher conference, she wouldn't look me in the eye. And when I signed up to help with the science fair, I noticed my name had been crossed off the volunteer list. Lily still checks with me whenever she learns something new at school. Dad, is this actually true, or is it just a Mrs. Wilson truth? What's the most inaccurate thing your child has ever been taught?
Yeah. No, it's always frustrating when most of these are fake. Yeah, I'm sure they are, but the story is still important because like there are places that are super behind. There are places there are schools in some places where they just don't keep up with the current curriculum stuff. They don't keep up with the latest the latest updates. To be fair, here in New Zealand, the curriculum is being constantly updated. It's for a lot of teachers, it's frustrating how frequently they get updated. So it can be difficult, but uh I can vouch for the fact that teachers, when I was at school, the teachers definitely taught us stuff that was wrong. I remember being taught about I remember having this like history lesson with this substitute teacher who taught us that uh what was it? There was something about like the what was it now? Crap, I don't remember. I've like ejected it from my mind because I knew it's wrong. Something about some punishment in old times for like uh for bowmen, for people with a shooting a bow. Archers. Some punishment for people for archery people was like cutting off some fingers or something like that, and it's like the reason why uh showing off your fingers like this was considered an insult was because if you were known to be an archer or whatever and something happened, you get your fingers chopped off, and so showing that you still have your fingers was like an insult to the people. I don't freaking remember. There was something like that. There was some story we were told about that, and of course the teacher was telling us this. I'm gonna be fingerless, yeah. Uh, no, I'm always like, I always feign ignorance. If I always like, well, I don't know, that could be true, or it could not. Look it up. I always encourage my students to, uh, you know, verify knowledge. But yeah, like that story, we got told it by our history teacher, and so it's like, oh, it must be true if the history teacher's talking. But no, it's false. It's a myth. So for years I thought that was true, and it turns out it was just a myth that was perpetuated by a teacher we had. So yeah, teachers are not always the fountains of truth that we hope that they are. And I'm a digital technology teacher, so I don't have to know something's gonna be true. Like, there's not a whole lot of like history or like straight facts that I have to know. I just have to be able to program stuff and show students how to program stuff. And when it comes to like writing a particular line of code, sometimes I'm like, oh crap, how the hell do I do that? And I literally will Google it in front of the students. Because I tell my students, like, one of the greatest things I learned at university was how to Google things. It's how to look up my problems, how to find the solution to my problems. Um, so yeah, my students are under no illusion that I'm somehow an authority uh on like that I know everything, that I'm like an authority on everything. No, no, no. Yeah. Well, damn, there go my fingers. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, losing two of your fingers will throw off your archery like crazy. It seemed so legitimate the way he taught it, the way he told it. Because it was about it was something between the English and the French, and like the English archers, were frequently like borderline enslaved by the French because, of course, at the time, the English were ruled by the French. Um, and then there was some battle that happened where it was between the English of England and invading France or something, and so there was this whole thing about the fingers being like where the finger comes from, pulling the fingers or pulling the finger. Yeah, it was all total bogus. Anyway, keep moving. When AI picks the principal instead of a student, okay.
When the teacher started the pop quiz, the whole class instinctively raised their textbooks to cover their faces, trying to avoid the AI-powered camera that picks a student at random to answer. What they didn't know was that the principal had been secretly peeking in through the window to observe the class, and the camera picked his face instead. He ended up being called to the front to answer the question, leaving the entire class in tears from laughing. When the teacher started the pop quiz, the whole class instinctively raised their textbooks to cover their face.
The principal's like, oh shit. A guy added block blast to Minecraft. The principal's just like standing there being like, oh, how's this gonna go? And then he's like, oh shit. It depends on what fingers you lose. If you lose the pinky or ring finger on the hand, you hold the other thing in. Yeah, so you mean like, because yeah, when you're holding a bow, you hold like the main part of the bow here, and you pull the strings back mostly with your finger, your these two, right? So these two would be fine. You won't lose much if you lose those two, but yeah, I imagine that would be the logic.
I added Block Blast to Minecraft.
Ah.
Everything in your world, from these pigs and villagers to all of the blocks, are now in Block Blast shapes. Building is harder now since you have to find pieces that fit each other. But on the bright side, you can smelt 4 times as many blocks in this T-shaped furnace. In Block Blast, you place these blocks to clear rows. And this is now true for Minecraft too. This mechanic works for columns as well. And to get the most satisfying clear that you can get in the real Block Blast, you can use these big 3x3 pumpkins. The Block Blast mechanic works for mobs too. If you line up a bunch of them in a row, they'll all get cleared. But this mechanic can be a little annoying when you're finishing up your new house. To de-stress, you should download and play Block Blast on your phone. I added Block Blast.
This is an ad. This was an ad for Block Blast. Oh, welcome back. Yeah. Still on 75. I was gonna say, has anything changed? The points have not changed since we last looked at them. It's like they're set and that's it. They're done for the stream. Can no longer change. But what's this? Infinimos, a puzzle game involving a variety of polynomials and an infinitely repeating space. Okay. I'm turning 75 very soon. Principal, I choose you. Gives up, yeah. I was gonna say, don't even worry about it. Just ignore it. Infinimos, press any button to continue. I see. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a short stream. Okay. That's kind of why I was okay with, well, I was totally fine with, it's kind of fine with, like, having a lot of chat. Just, like, a lot of, random chatter. Pardon me. I'm still recovering from the cold I had. There's another reason why it's fine if this is a short stream. But I've had this cold for so long. I was really hoping that I would be done with it by now. Alright. An interesting game, interesting concept. Right, yeah. So if you were, yeah, you usually have your ring finger above the arrow, the middle finger and the ring finger under it. Right. Index above, middle and ring finger below. final challenge for this level, I think. Or not, maybe this is the final challenge. Or not, this is the... Oh! Pardon me, jeez. I was gonna say, we won't watch the whole thing. We'll save some of the game for ourselves. If we ever played ourselves. Yeah, fascinating. A fascinating game. Yeah, so this is available on itch.io if you want to check it out. Infinimos. I really wanted to see this. This is something I really wanted to have a look at because I thought Boreal Aleph was cancelled. So I'm really curious about this.
On the 6th of June.
Oopsies. The 6th of June.
On the 6th of June 2021, the fan-made Epistle 3 mod Boreal Aleph, a direct competitor to Project Borealis with loads of potential, was cancelled. The devs officially stated the reason for the cancellation being overscope and overambition, although a few former team members also cited political drama within their ranks, contributing to the frustration that resulted in the cancellation. Which seems more likely in my opinion, as that tends to happen very frequently within Source Engine modding teams, especially at the time. The devs mentioned possibly releasing the project files to the public in their cancellation announcement, which they never ended up doing. Officially, anyways. While Project Borealis was and still is constructing their game in Unreal Engine, Boreal Aleph had acquired a Source Engine license from Valve to modify the engine to support modern rendering techniques like PBR materials, enhanced lighting, and more. There isn't much information available on the mod's storyline beyond that it was based on Mark Laidlaw's Epistle 3. But anyways, the leaked files consist of a playable build of the game, its in-dev maps, and a couple of unfinished or unused assets. No source code is included, unfortunately. Today we will be going through the game and its files to see just how much this project had to offer at its point of cancellation. Okay. That's nice.
This is a 16-minute video. But we have time. We have time to watch it. Let's watch it. The, like, soundscape.
Already it feels miles better than Project Borealis did.
The, like, sound effects are really interesting.
Did he just say I'm dying?
Because it is just like the Source Engine. There's so much less effort you have to put into.
It's kind of a weird decision. They have a heat meter on the gravity gun, and it builds up heat every time you punt something, and then you can't use it after that point. It's kind of odd. Oh. Suddenly textures. The lighting really is nice, though. sound design seems pretty completed.
Grinding speed.
I don't really like the Combine, though. They sound too human.
Yeah, that's more like how the Metro Cops should sound than the soldiers.
Everything feels very punchy, though. I like that. Can't tell if they have new models or if they just have the same models.
Updated textures.
They look like the original models with enhanced textures.
Yeah.
The fact that the maps have last modified of 2023 and 2024 is really strange. I wonder why that is.
Classic
Nice
source.
to see they haven't patched out the source stutter. Iconic. Oh, there goes the game. Alright, will it happen again? Exposition goal character moment. This is a certified exposition goal character moment, if I do say so myself.
Oh, hey! Hey, Dan. How you doing? That's what my brain does some of the time. Still 2, but not by Valve. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, Untitled. Welcome, welcome. Sauce 2. Oh, a bull squid. Oh. Sauce 2 bull squid.
Cool bull squid model. Oh, and an actual bull squid NPC.
Wait, did he actually say it was? Did he actually say it was Source 2, or was it originals? Wait, we're up to 6 minutes in. He said something up back here about, like...
The devs mentioned possibly releasing officially, anyways. Game in Unreal Engine. Boreal Aleph had acquired a Source Engine license from Valve to modify the engine to support modern rendering techniques like PBR materials, enhanced lighting, and more. There isn't much information available on the mod's storyline beyond that it was based on Mark Laidlaw's Epistle 3. But anyways, the leaked files consist of a playable build of the game, its in-dev maps, and a couple of unfinished or unused assets. No source code is included, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's Source 1. They've just, it's Source 1 with source code access so that they can modify it as they need. How does it feel being an uncle now? Well, I'm now an uncle to 2. That is weird to think about, but also, yeah, nothing's really changed. But yeah, no, it is neat being an uncle. Yeah. Can't have 5 kids. We'll see. I have a feeling, I have the funny feeling that this is probably it. You know, a boy and a girl, perfect numbers. Yeah. It only mentions Source Engine license. Yeah, exactly. So it could be Source 2, it could be Source 1. I think it's just a modified Source 1. But I could be mistaken. Source 1 went on steroids. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like all the people who made those mods to like Portal and stuff, where they made the like energy orbs, like super modern, intense, modern graphics stuff. Added dynamic lighting and stuff to the Source 1 engine. Yeah. Many people have edited Source 1 to make it look like Source 2. Yeah, yeah. That's what I think that is the case. I think Source 2 isn't yet publicly available. Even if you request like a version of it, you can't get it yet. Yeah. But yeah, the bull squid, even a Source engine bull squid, terrifying.
That's a cool mechanic.
Yeah, yeah. Right, yeah, yeah. Neat. Oh gee, oh jeez. Is this supposed to be Ravenholm? that walkway just looks like Ravenholm. Oh.
I really don't like the AR2 being a triple shot or burst fire.
Right.
Test done. Oh, okay. I mean, there was more to that, but whatever. I forgot to vocalize it on this part, but there's a second version of the map that I just played through. There isn't a whole lot that's different other than better lighting and more lag, but there's also this. This is even more of an exposition goal character moment. I like that change. No, don't test done me. There's more to the map. Please.
I love more lag, yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's neat. And so if you press tab, there's a little editor dev menu that comes up.
Right.
Oh, and you can rotate lights too. Wait, can I edit the sun? I have added a sun to the scene. Breen. That's not Breen. It's sad that the only maps they actually had full art pass on is just stuff for the teasers and trailers and stuff. For as long as it was in development, they did not get very much done. Oh my.
Smoother than ever.
Oh, now it's the return of the seizure helicopter.
Seizure copter. Yeah.
Oh my, that hurts my eyes. I see what's supposed to be happening. Okay, I think that's as far as I got. Oh my gosh. What did I just load into? Ah.
That's so upsetting.
What kind of hellscape
On a
is
map
this?
like this,
I also
so
have
upsetting.
all the original Half-Life maps, which I'm curious to try.
This version of Soul City reminds me of the ones used in games like Portal Revolution. Yes, that's
Oh,
what I'm
hello.
talking about. Yeah, yeah. The sun is leaking.
They have G-Man eye textures?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. He's a little confused, though. I think he forgot
He
his
is a little
lines. The eye
confused.
textures are amazing, though. They look really cool.
Yeah, eye textures look upgraded, but everything else looks normal.
What is this place? Okay. Oh, and Kleiner actually has full materials? That's interesting. So the rest of the maps are just dev test levels for things like PBR materials, reverb, stuff like that. So I won't bore you with the rest of that, but if you would like to check it out for yourself, there's a link to the leak in the description. I went through the files and I did find a couple of very, very, very placeholder voice lines for the G-Man and a character named Alexander. It doesn't reveal very much about the story, but here's some relevant bits from that and all of the G-Man lines, which is only about 4. There's also a few unreleased songs from the soundtrack that are in the music folder, which are really good.
Time, Dr. Freeman. It's been a while, hasn't it? I do apologize for the wait. Our time, in fact, is, well, let's just say, beginning to settle. Hurry along now, Freeman. Places to be, things to do.
Doc, we can't hold them off. I'm going to barricade the entrance and send a message to the headquarters. Gordon, we don't have much time left. I can fortify one of these rooms. I need you to pick one. Do it, quick! It looks like there's a fuse problem going around this sector. Hey,
He is
Doc,
on Windows
I will
XP.
repair the generators while you go look for the missing fuse. I'll stay here. Hey, Gordon. Sorry about that.
Probably just something that makes it look like XP.
You know, I don't like the word goodbye. There's nothing good in it. So instead of that, I'll say the following. I am almost out of ammo, and having me around will not help you much. Well, I guess that's the end of the line for me.
XP is the best.
I've still got quite a lot of explosives on me. See you around, Doc. Go. Find the Borealis.
Through here's the courtyard I was talking about. Let's get a move on.
I was gonna make a comment about the fact that the G-Man, the voice actor they got for G-Man actually is not bad. I just, when I think of G-Man people voice acting G-Man, I will always, my brain will always go back to Black Mesa. Back in Black Mesa. And yeah, anything that doesn't do that is better than that. Windows XP taskbar, but Windows 11 File Explorer. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is Windows 11 File Explorer. Yeah, you. As someone who has to use Windows 11 at school, you know, as part of my work, I fucking hate Windows 11. I despise it. Such a big messer. Dear. Black Mesa, Mr. Freeman. Oh, the XP has changed, but seemingly only for the people in the top 3 positions. Top 2 positions. What the frickin' heck? I don't get it. I don't get the XP thing. When I plucked her from Black Mesa. You've gotten used to Windows 11? Yeah, I don't use Windows 11 at home. I still use Windows 10. So when I'm on a school computer and I have to deal with Windows 11, I'm just ugh. Cause stuff isn't where it normally would be. I'm just annoyed because, like, part of me is just annoyed because we were told that Windows 10 was going to be the final operating system for Windows. The reason they skipped Windows 9 is because Windows 10 was going to be the ultimate Windows, OS, and they were just going to keep that forever and just update it. And then apparently, like, behind the scenes, almost immediately after releasing Windows 10, they started working on Windows 11. Total lies, yeah. It says on the information that it's just any chat. Any chat should give you XP. Black Mecca. Yeah. Maybe XP is just lagging out. Should use. Gonna change from Windows 10 soon though, since last year for it. I know. But my computer won't. It refuses to install Windows 11. There's something that isn't compatible with Windows 11. So my computer literally can't install Windows 11. So I'm just stuck on Windows 10 unless I upgrade my computer, of course. I would love to have a Windows version that has the same performance and good stuff of Windows 10, but the aesthetics of 11. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the visuals of 11, but I just hate, there's a lot of stuff to do with of what you can and can't do and where stuff is that just pisses me off with 11. There was stuff that worked a certain way in Windows 10 and previous Windows systems that they've changed for Windows 11, and I'm like, why? Why have they changed it? It's so much worse. Yeah. I'll probably skip 11 and go straight to 12. Or 15. Or whatever they call the next one. Oh, God, I keep yawning. Lies. Much like the cake. I have a suspicion that Fireboy is behind Windows 11. Use Rufus and it lets you bypass the Windows 11 requirements. Oh, actually, I should try SteamOS. Forget Windows. Let's switch to SteamOS. I think I'm going to go back to Windows 95. Go back to XP. Go back to Windows XP. The most compatible Windows for everything. Actually, except for 64-bit stuff, of course. Windows Infinite. Yeah, I wish someone made a knockoff Windows that was based on the same Windows, like, framework, but was, like, designed to be backward and forward compatible with everything. Microsoft were too busy making a new state of matter than fixing 11. No, Linux is bad. I repeat, Linux is bad. I don't know. The more that Windows makes, like, things worse for themselves, the more I'm leaning towards it. Everyone should just switch to Microsoft Binbos.
And that was about it, except for some voice lines for the player, which is both male and female sounds, so I don't know if they were originally intending on letting you choose between playing as a male or female Gordon. I'm not sure. Beyond that, I did find some weapons that you can't access.
Oh, maybe you played Gordon or
so
Alex?
I gave those to myself and played with them a bit. You can see that here. Aha! I knew this was in the game somewhere.
Pretty ineffective for a rifle like that.
Man, the reverb is cool.
Yeah. The That's what I was assuming that's handled by the soundscape. The soundscape for this area is super cool.
SVT-40. I also have a phase rifle, which has no sound and does this. Cool. Oh, they also have an AK. Oh, that's neat. They have a finished AK model, just no hands.
They have hands for other parts.
And a reload animation. And possibly different sleeves for Gordon? These look like rebel arms. Maybe there was like a prologue where you play as a rebel.
Why would they not just reuse all the stuff from the previous ARM models?
Okay, Alex kind of crashes the game. I also thought it would be fun to try making this guy some textures from scratch, just to see what would happen, and I figured it would look like an eldritch abomination since I've never textured a human before, but he kind of ended up just looking like a normal guy. Whoops. Hire me. I don't usually do these type of videos, but I thought this would be fun, and you guys seem to like the last one I did on Advance. And if you have any suggestions for other mods, or leaks, or cancelled things that you want me to dig through, tests or anything, let me know, and I'd be very excited to do that, because there aren't a whole lot that I'm aware of. I would like to do more of these kind of videos, so...
Did we look at this one? I don't remember. Could be an interesting thing if we run out of videos. Buy Switch 2 then. It's going to be out in 4 more days. Interesting. No, I have no interest in buying the Switch 2. Have you seen the recent Death Stranding 2 stuff? I have not, no. I haven't seen much of anything recently, honestly. What have I seen recently? I feel like there was something I saw. Oh, I have seen, like, Josh will probably be interested. I was gonna say, I've seen this channel that does stuff on, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro fan game stuff that I'd be interested in taking a look at. But before we do, let's just finish with this. Paralake V6. Crash mentioned. You got my interest. Yeah, I'll find that channel and we'll look at it before the end of the stream. Hey, you're level 3 now. Level 3. Ah, 2 months ago. Yeah, I will have a look. Yeah. I'm gonna get copyright struck, aren't I? Jimmy, so it's 10 minutes, of course. Yeah. What is it, though? It showed a bunch of stuff, but I honestly don't have a... I don't feel like I have any clue of what actually I just saw. Role-playing map. Okay. Right. Okay. It's a role-playing server. Okay. Makes sense. So I was like, what is this? Yeah, maybe that's how it works. It's something to do with that. XP works like that. To be fair, I doubt they'd license music for a map trailer. Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay, I'll refresh the page. I'm assuming you posted it already. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, some people have posted some stuff since I last refreshed it. So what have we got here? What is this? Spoiler interesting, yes. Post-human oh. What is this? Well, I know this one. Yeah, this is a classic, but what is this? Gordon looks like critical. I was gonna say, like, we got some Keanu Gordon. Interesting. Her perspective, GLaDOS. Okay, wait, shh. Hold up. Alright, let's have a look. Keanu Reeves Gordon, yeah. A brutal form that the atmosphere has unexplainably vanished. Leaving deadly rays of sunlight hit Earth. Yeah.
Power up initiated.
What's going on? Something isn't right. I can feel it. I'm still alive.
Power up complete.
Norman Reedus, I suppose, yeah.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what?
Interesting. Interesting concept. Oops, I did the wrong. Wait. Oh no, yeah. Yeah. Interesting concept, because yeah, you'd have it jump from being shut down to suddenly. Although GLaDOS does say in the game that she got to, like, after being shut down, she basically relived the last few moments of her life over and over and over again while on backup for like 1,000 years. Shell giving GLaDOS the side eye. Yeah. Okay. Cow radiation detection. When the hoof quivers run. What the heck am I about to see? It's a quick load, yeah.
Welcome to the Hung Zone. This is episode 2, the first and best way to detect radiation. When the bomb falls, who gonna warn you first? Not the government, not your mama. It's your cow. But they ain't ready yet. Not until you awaken their snouts to the invisible fire that turns your teeth to soap. Step 1. Feed them uranium-flavored grass. Don't worry, I got mine from a man in Utah who called himself Neon Moses. When they start twitching in time to cosmic rays, you'll know their hypothalamuses are awakened. Step 2. Install the radiation prayer bell. Tie it to their udders so it rings when the air gets evil. Now, listen close. If your cow starts humming, the windows may start up sound. Run. Don't look back. Your shadow's already dead.
I don't know. I'm also extremely confused. Oh, that's a nostalgic sound.
Signal lost, reconnecting.
In the next episode, I will teach you how to fight a squirrel using tactical flutes,
this
teeth-based
James Hung
distractions, and the
has uploaded
power
stuff
of
before.
Windows.
We've watched stuff from this
Me's
before.
Safe mode.
Yeah. What was the other thing we saw? Oh, the Hung Zone episode 0. Yeah. We saw this one the other day, and that was literally the only thing they had posted, I believe, at the time. Or had they posted more? Maybe not. I don't know. All I know is that we saw this, and I swear that was the only thing they had. And I was like, who is this? Because, yeah, they also... It's them. They posted it themselves. I'm like, what the heck? Tetris chain reaction clutch from Graspelt.
Get it, nice. But there is 11 seconds left. Ignacio needs to get a touch of here right now.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. You might see them change,
there's
but there it is. Graspel also has one. Oh,
so silly.
Right at the end.
Oh my god. We can do another round of that.
Yeah.
What was that?
This was
3 minute
3
round?
minutes. Yeah.
Run it back.
Right. My brain, like... the long 25-minute CVS game.
Like, even the squeeze blitz, I'm like, that doesn't seem that bad, but it kind of really hampers your stack, puts you in a bad position. And then that no hold seems like, okay, I can deal with no hold, but like you said, when it's coupled with other blitzes,
combined, it can be really tricky. Squeeze my baited thing.
Oh man, it's taking forever to revive now.
Yeah.
This
bump might
be it. Oh man.
Oh, it is.
What a battle.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a great match.
Really rough there.
Right at the end, I'm assuming.
GG's though. How long was this? 25 minutes.
After 25 minutes.
It might be close to a record here on the R stream at least.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We had a really long.
Yeah. After 25 minutes of grueling combat, the boss player, I'm assuming it's a player, won the round. The no Ferric Scream. Oh, okay.
Really good usage of
nice.
magic Minos. Yeah, it really worked well.
I respect it. It was art.
Yeah,
Great job.
The
Let's see if Blixer can
cow
defense
radiation
necessary
thing.
because the team is moving along here. Let's get some T-spins mixed in.
I think they ended up realizing
Stay away
now
from any
that
window to
they're
avoid
really
fed
high up on the
rebounds
board,
from
so
sunlight.
if they try to upstack, that's going to be pretty bad.
Twitch is a... Twitch has a...
Okay.
Oh, they need to clear that. They need to clear that. They need to clear it. No.
That could be
they just have
tough,
to-
especially if you
yeah.
play like a lot of Tetris games. Sometimes there could be, it could be unclear where exactly your piece is going to spawn in that situation. But
Yeah.
with that being said, that was a really really nice team
Nice.
play. So
Yeah, and if you didn't notice, in that last one, Nathan was one of the three, one of the team. So a music track from World of Goo 1 and 2 that decided to mix together in my own spare time. Ah. Okay, let's have a listen. I don't know the games well enough to know. My live stream is my laugh stream is living at me. We have also been informed of higher doses of solar radiation being emitted by the sun. Right. So I'm assuming it's from the first game. There was the Ode to the Conduit connector, and then in the second game they had a related song that is Ode to the Bridge Builder mix. Um. I wonder if it's anything like. I wonder if it's anything like the uh. Um, wishing you had to fall asleep on cue. um, oh my god. Why isn't this coming up with anything? Damn it. What the hell's the game's name? What the heck? Why won't it come up with the... God damn it. Okay, wait. This is proving to be more annoying than I originally intended. Okay. Oh, it's because I mixed up the names of the songs. From Human Resource Machine, made by the same developers. There's a song called "The Data Won't Rank." Oh, sorry, "The Data Won't Collate Itself," which is my favorite song from this and the version in the second game are my favorite songs from Human Resource Machine and 7 Billion Humans. Yeah. We both jammed to this during my playthrough, yeah. I was always just like, oh yeah, this song is so good. Yeah, honestly, I would use this to like work on a programming assessment because it's just such a good song for like thinking through a problem. Should use this for mapping? Yeah. Oh, I see. Ah. But anyway, yeah, so that's the version. The data won't collate itself is the version from the original game. But then in 7 Billion Humans, they have this, the data is wrangling itself song, which is the same song, but the like updated version from the second game. And it's the same song, but like I love this one's even. I think it's even better than the original in some ways. And yeah, I like both. But it's essentially the same song, but like it's been sort of like updated for the 7 Billion Humans vibe, I suppose. With the name being, you know, like a reference and joke in and of itself. So I wonder if you could do something similar where you fuse the two together in the same way that you did with yours. This one's a little faster than the original. Anyway, it's so good. All right. Sorry, Portal 2 Wheatley boss, but Shell is replaced with Atlas and Peabody. Oh. World of Goo 2 soundtrack is mostly a remix of the original World of Goo 1. Right, yeah. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, I think that's the same with Human Resource Machine versus 7 Billion Humans, is that most of it is just like a remix of the original. But 7 Billion Humans, of course, the whole point of the game is that it's Human Resource Machine. You are dealing with a single threaded machine where you are dealing with very linear code execution, and then in 7 Billion Humans, you're dealing with a multi-threaded system, but like one where it was all running off the same code, but executing it independently. So a ton of computers all running the same code, but then because of variations in their states, you end up with a multi-threaded system with code running differently on each human. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Wait. So it's this one here. Timestamp 17574. It doesn't show up here. Wait. So it's $T equals. Oh God. $T equals. Let's type it in. 17574. Nope, not gonna do it. Okay, let's just see if I open it via this link, will it actually friggin' work? Via this link. Oh, it worked that time. Okay. Oh. Yes, a Portal 2 single player played co-op. Except you have to reset it every time. Well, that you actually have to patch yourself. Oh no.
Corrupted cores, we're in luck. You find a way to stun him, I'll send you a core, and then you attach it to him. If we do it a few times, he might become corrupt enough for another core transfer.
Everyone who likes revenge.
Let's go get some.
Well. Welcome.
You like revenge, right? Everybody likes revenge.
According to the control panel light up there, the entire building is going to self-destruct in about 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's a problem with the light. I think the light's on the blink, but just in case it isn't, I am actually going to have to kill you, as discussed earlier. So let's call that 3 minutes and then a minute break, but we should leave allegedly 2 minutes to figure out how to shut down whatever is starting all the fires. So anyway, that's the itinerary. Also, I took the liberty of watching the tapes of you killing her, and I'm not going to make the same mistakes. 4-part plan is this. 1. No portal services. 2. Start the neurotoxin immediately. 3. Bomb-proof shields for me, leading directly onto number 4, bombs. Throwing it in. You know what? This plan is so good, I'm going to give you a sporting chance and turn off the neurotoxin. I'm joking, of course. Goodbye.
Neurotoxin level at capacity in 5 minutes.
That's sounded real. No, that was actually an impression of you. Actually, because you just fell into my trap, my brilliant trap. Because I wanted you to
I'm delivering the first core up near the catwalk. Grab it and attach it to him.
Yeah, I suppose you could
core corruption at
kill
50%.
you know, defeat the boss super fast.
Offline. Reactor explosion in 4 minutes.
What happened? What happened? What have you bombed to me? What is that? Hold on. The bloody bombs are stuck on. Doesn't matter.
Okay, great. Here comes another core.
Rick, what's the situation? Oh, hey, you pretty lady. Name's Rick. Well, you out having yourself a little adventure? What, are you fighting that guy? You got that under control? You know, because there's a lot of stuff.
Warning. Core corruption at 75%. Reactor explosion timer
Yeah,
destroyed. Reactor
Wheelie,
explosion uncertainty.
Wheelie does not
Emergency
care about
reaction
Peabody.
protocol initiated. This facility will self-destruct
Only
in
attacking
2
Atlas.
minutes.
Enough! I told you not to put these cores on me. But you don't listen, do you? Quiet. Forward. Quietly. Not listening to a word I say. Judging. Silent. Worst. All I wanted to do was make everything better. All you had to do was to solve a couple.
Here's another core. This one should do it.
In 1862, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing the slaves. Like everything he did, Lincoln freed the slaves while sleepwalking, and later had no memory of the event. According to Moses and Albert, the world's best man is Christ. Before the invention of scrambled eggs in 1920, the typical breakfast was either cold eggs still in the shell or scrambled rolls. The square root of rope is straight. Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest, did so accidentally while chasing a bird. In 1948, at the request of a dying boy, baseball legend Babe Ruth ate 75 hot dogs, then died of hot dog poisoning. 89% of magic tricks are not magic. Technically, they are sorcery. To make a photocopier, simply photocopy a mirror.
Warning. Core corruption at 100%. Manual core replacement required.
Oh, I see.
Substitute core. Are you ready to start? Corrupted core. Are you ready to start?
What do you think?
Interpreting vague answer as yes.
No. Pick up on my sarcasm.
Stalemate detected. Fire detected in the stalemate resolution annex. Extinguishing.
Yeah, I love that it just washes away.
Little earlier.
Stalemate resolution.
You just they just like fire extinguishers go, like the fire and stuff goes off, and they just wash away all the paint, and he's just like, oh, that whole time, eh? I could have washed that away.
Please press the stalemate resolution button.
Do not press that button. No, do not do it. I forbid you to press it. Don't press that button. Don't press it. Come back. No. Part 5. Movie trap the stalemate button. What? Are you still alive? You are joking. You have got to be kidding me.
The camera is all buggy.
Control, and I have no idea how to fix this place. Oh, you had to play bloody cat and mouse, didn't you? While people were trying to work. Yeah, well now we're all going to pay the price, because we're all going to bloody die.
No, the second player can't do it. Or is it bugged? Is it just straight broken? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Fixed it at the last minute.
Space! Let go! We're in space! Let go! Let go! I'm still connected! I can pull myself in! I can still fix this!
I already fixed it, and you are not coming back.
Oh no! Change your plans! Hold on to me! Tighter! Grab me!
Yeah, interesting how it's a fake portal. It's not a real portal because in the cutscene, they need to be able to interact with both sides of the portal. So it's just easier to pretend it's a portal, fake the portal on the floor. And,
Oh, thank God. All right.
neither of you are in the fucking
Being
camera.
Carolyn taught me a valuable lesson. I thought you were my greatest enemy,
That's funny.
when all along you were my best friend. The surge of emotion that shot through me when I saved your
Yeah,
life
they're not even...
taught me an even more valuable
Yeah, there's
lesson.
the bots.
Where Carolyn lives in my brain.
There's the bots
Carolyn,
in the back, yeah, in the cutscene.
You know, deleting Carolyn just now taught me a valuable lesson. The best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. And I'll be honest, killing you is hard. You know what my days used to be like?
Yeah.
I just tested.
That's why I assumed
Nobody
when I saw you bring up the thing and then like change your type in some code and then fire and it worked. I was like, oh, he would have changed it to the one player portals. Because yeah, by default in multiplayer you have a different set each. Yeah, whereas because I learned about that. I learned about all that back in Portal 1. Because in Portal 1 you could change your portal ID. And so you could have like a ton of different portals out using the different IDs. So I figured they probably used the same logic in Portal 2. Yeah. Shell was nothing more than arms, yeah.
murdered me, or put me in a potato, or fed me to birds. I had a pretty good life. And then you showed up, you dangerous, mute lunatic. So you know what? You win. Just go.
I was gonna say, you might want to sit in
It's been fun.
the
Don't
elevator.
come back.
From this point on, it's just the ending cutscene, so...
One day they woke me up, so I could live forever. It's such a shame.
Sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate.
Right, so you're going back to the previous part. Yeah, anyway. I never actually thought to do that. Well, we never really thought to try that. I just really wanted to play that. If you remember back on the channel, I really tried to get that Portal, but like 5 or 6 player multiplayer. I really tried to get that working, but I just couldn't get it working. Valve just broke Portal. It's been fixed now. Okay. Oh.
Hey everyone.
Wait. Excusez-moi.
Hey everyone. The name's Flowl, and it is currently February 14th, 2025 as of me recording this. I know I've been absent, I'll talk about it, but the title is no clickbait. Valve did just break Portal.
I watched this.
A seemingly simple update, being a quick changelog fixing something on Linux, proceeded to absolutely obliterate people's Portal installs as it turned out to be a 2.4 gigabyte update. How did such a seemingly small fix harbor such a massive update?
I was gonna say.
Well, it's because Valve was being a little bit silly this past few months. See, when we got the Half-Life 2 20th anniversary, it brought with it many engine updates and code changes that effectively made it the newest modern branch of the Source engine. A lot of these changes are really cool, but it left people wondering if Valve would see it fit to bring this over to games like Portal, or if we would see a new release of the Source SDK for 2024 or something. Instead, Valve, in their ever mysterious ways, began to start testing 64-bit updates for all the remaining titles instead. And now they've suddenly switched gears to the remaining single-player title on the Half-Life 2 branch, Portal. We need to look at how Valve does these updates internally to understand what's happening. You might learn something from this. Let's get one factoid straight. All of Valve's games share the same code. I'm going to oversimplify this explanation for the sake of the video so that everyone can understand. So, think of it like this. An oversimplified perspective to look at this as is that there is two layers of code when it comes to Source games. There's the engine code layer and the game code layer. Most of the differences in what makes a Source game distinct come with the game code layer. These are all unique and individualized to each game that Valve puts out. However, the engine code is shared between all games to allow for quick patching. What this means is that if an exploit is discovered in a game,
I remember this.
Valve
I remember
can
these
patch
diagrams.
the engine code, and it will automatically apply to all games on that same engine, which is pretty convenient.
Right, yeah.
That's why you'll see games that Valve has no business supporting this far into the lifespan suddenly receive a security fix patch. Of course, it's a bit more nuanced than that. There's technically two distinct branches of the Source engine, being the single-player branch and the multiplayer branch. The naming is confusing. In practice, the single-player branch is just the Half-Life 2 branch, and the multiplayer branch is just the Team Fortress 2 branch. There's also the Portal 2 branch sitting in the corner looking at us weird, but that thing proceeded to mutate into CSGO, and then metamorphose in Source 2. When TF2 got 64-bit and vScript, it meant those changes were now integrated into the multiplayer branch, and Valve could hypothetically push those changes.
And I would actually argue that it's that you got the Half-Life 2 branch, the TF2 branch, and then you've got the CSGO, the CSGO branch, which has Portal 2, Alien Swarm, and Left 4 Dead 2 all in it as well. I'm not sure about Left 4 Dead 1. Or is that the Source branch? I feel like it's... Because Left 4 Dead 1 would almost fit in with the TF2 branch. Whereas Left 4 Dead 2, I think, fits with the CSGO branch. But Alien Swarm is in the Left 4 Dead 1. I don't know. This is like... This whole section kind of was all related. Yeah, they all share the same foundation, basically. So they're all... Like, the... multiplayer, single player and multiplayer do kind of have their own thing going, but they're all based on the same foundation. So yeah. Yes, there's a light flicker pattern that was made back when Quake was being made, and they never changed it. They never changed the sequence it uses. So the same light flicker exists in Half-Life Alyx. Just, like, insane. But, yeah, why fix something if it ain't broke? Dear. I must say that 1 times 2 does not equal 4. I'm afraid.
To every multiplayer Source game. Now we've seen mysterious beta
but yeah,
branches,
like Portal 2, CSGO,
appear
and
in all
they
games
all
that
have a very
utilize the multiplayer
related
branch. And SteamDB was able to pick up that, yes,
like
all of these
of the
games
engine.
are being tested for 64-bit support, including Half-Life 1 Deathmatch Source. I don't know, man. You tell me. The way Valve broke Portal is exactly through this. The Half-Life 2 20th anniversary update brought with it many changes that are really beneficial. However, if you apply these changes to another game without testing any of it, you get the current state of Portal 1 as of today's update. The UI, which was already kind of broken in some minor ways due to the Steam Deck update, became even more busted. The Portal title text is now huge, and for some people it shows the incorrect font. The console now outputs a check that is looking for Steam Workshop items. It would be pretty cool to see a Portal 1 workshop, given it has a custom map system baked in already. But that's a topic for my next video, wherein I discuss a hypothetical Portal 1 anniversary update. This doesn't mean that Portal 1 is gonna get the Steam Workshop enabled anytime soon. And I can say that with complete confidence, considering this check also happens in fucking Half-Life Source. The classic effects button from the Half-Life 2 anniversary is here. and it doesn't work. Doesn't work in Half-Life 2 either. They broke it. However, while the button doesn't work, the commands have been left perfectly intact. So that means you can get the classic sprite-based fire in Portal 1. This means if you have the original Portal 1 trailer map that leaked, you can get the original fire it had. That's pretty neat.
Oh,
the update
right,
being as
right,
massive as
yeah.
it is seems to be from them just including all the Half-Life 2 content again. You know how Portal 1 just has all of Half-Life 2 sitting inside it, minus the maps?
Yeah.
Well, let's oversimplify, but yeah, that got updated. You can see the Steam Workshop related menu stuff was added in the Half-Life 2 folder, which further emphasizes my point. No, they're not adding Steam Workshop support. There are 2 brand new game crashes that have been introduced to Portal, one of which is a lot more complicated, being that if you were to spawn in the gravity gun and pick it up, the game completely crashes. You can give yourself the gravity gun perfectly fine, but if you're playing a mod where you have to pick up the gravity gun, the game just dies. This is due to a quirk about Portal. The reason for the crash has been documented by my friend Kelsey. Portal modifies the gravity gun code for object holding related reasons.
That's right. I remember now, yeah.
Which also makes it extend off of a base weapon class for Portal 1. However, when the 20th anniversary changes were merged in, it brought along the internal game recording features used for Steam Replay and Half-Life 2. To oversimplify once more, when you pick up the gravity gun, it calls a function related to the game recording features regarding the base weapon class for Half-Life 2, as understandably, the code is written to assume that this would be the case. Because the gravity gun in Portal 1 instead extends off of the Portal base weapon class, this causes the code to freak out and crash the game. The second crash is simpler to explain. When the final map of the game, Escape 02, loads, the game just crashes. I had initially assumed that this crash was because of the entity lumps that were added in 2010 to change the ending. Entity lumps are effectively a way to insert new content into compiled maps without needing a total recompile to level. But even when I deleted these lump files, the map was still crashing. It turns out the bug was because of a loose ENV fire entity. The scene in the parking lot with GLaDOS' remains is meant to have GLaDOS' head be on fire, but for some reason the particle fails to load. In prior versions of Portal, the game would just load the map anyways, but due to the anniversary changes, this crashes the game. You can actually make Escape 02 stop crashing if you have r_classic_fire set to 1, which restores the original 2004 Half-Life 2 fire and the missing ENV fire on GLaDOS. So, is this it then? Is Portal going to slowly begin falling to the wayside and decay just like Half-Life Source has? No, it really isn't that bad. More than likely, this update is either going to get reverted, or it's going to be patched up to keep Portal on the 20th anniversary branch, ensuring it stays up to date. Time will tell how things develop. If you are just here to hear about how Valve broke Portal, we can leave the video now. However, if you're someone who's been wondering where I've been, hi.
Yeah, we can leave now, but yeah. At the time, I was curious as to where they had been. And if you're curious, go check out the video. Go check it out for yourself. Anyway, but yeah, I remember that. I do remember that happening. I remember watching that video when it came out. But yes, Death Stranding 2, trailer number 3? It's either 2 or 3. I can't remember. I feel like it's trailer 3. Let's have a watch. And of course, yeah, it's 10 minutes long. Yeah, I thought it was 3, yeah.
You, sir, are an unrepentant criminal, guilty of illegally entering our country on multiple occasions.
The only thing that I'm guilty of is doing your dirty work.
And by way of compensation, we have overlooked your crimes.
Bring it on, because I'm not doing this shit anymore.
What makes you think you have a choice?
What kind of cargo?
Cargo like brain dead, pregnant women.
No one would possibly allow that.
That's why I have to smuggle them in.
Wait. I didn't hear what the hell he said at the start there.
Choice!
After this. Oh.
What kind of cargo?
Cargo like brain dead, pregnant women.
No one would possibly allow
It's like
that.
chirolite. It sounds like.
That's why I have to smuggle them in. They make me bring them over from Mexico.
This thing between us. It was a mistake.
No. No, it was not a mistake. It was not a mistake.
that we are yet to pave.
I'm gonna get copyright claimed, Dante. I got copyright claimed for my videos that I made for Death Stranding because all the music in the game it was not not non-copyright. I was like, what the hell's that noise? Is a local dog? Did you see Mark Laidlaw saying Kojima should let him polish Death Stranding's dialogue, Lamau? I did not see that, but yes, honestly, Kojima should let some proper writers in English, at least in his English versions. Pardon me, he should let some proper writers polish his work. Look at you, Princess Beach. This is the funny thing. This is the interesting thing is I've literally been watching stuff about the making of like the From Software games. From Software games are notorious for both being very strange, like, worlds, very strange games, but also having dialogue that is totally natural in English, and like the translations for all the text and stuff in the game is generally pretty well done, like pretty exceptional. There are areas where the translations might lose something slightly, but overall there's nothing weird or odd or obscure about the way the text is in From Software games. And it's because, what I've heard is that it's because Hidetaka Miyazaki is willing, he works closely with the English translation team to make sure that the like Japanese and English versions are extremely close in terms of their translation. They don't just throw all the text at the translation people and are like, just translate it. And they don't expect, Hideo Kojima, I'm sure, has a very firm grip on what is said and what happens in his games. Mark says he is generally still open to writing for a video game, and suggests Hideo Kojima should perhaps have given him a call when Death Stranding came out. I just was grinding my teeth. Like, does he know I'm available? I'd be happy to help do a last polish of dialogue in your script. and not wreck anything, but just make it lines that actors would sound better coming out of their mouth. Yeah. That's the thing, is like, I get the feeling, I get a strong feeling that Hideo Kojima refuses to give up any control on any element of his games. So yeah, you end up with characters saying weird and stuff that just doesn't sound right coming out of an English-speaking person's mouth. Whereas characters in, like, FromSoft games, the way they speak is totally natural, because Miyazaki is willing to work closely with the English development team, English translation teams, to make it sound really authentic and really high quality. Good interview, by the way, worth a read when you have the time. Right, I'll open it up. 1 second, I'll get it to open here. Oh, the article's opening is not what I expected. Yeah, Half-Life writer Mark Laidlaw never expected his 40-year-old cyberpunk story would be turned into Love, Death, and Robots episode for Netflix. I think I retired too hard, he says. That's funny. Yeah. Did you know, if someone says, "Did you know?" they are saying, "Did you know?" to you. I did not know that. Thank you. There are Florida wildfires. Oh my god. God. I good luck. I hope you are in a safe place, Mecca, and not at risk. Florida's a big place, so I know it's not likely to affect you, probably, but it's like whenever people hear something bad happens in New Zealand and they're like, "Are you okay?" It's like the thing happened in the other end of the country. It's like there's no way I'd be affected, but I don't know where the wildfires are, so I hope you are in a place that's not affected by it. And if you are, please get to safety. Stay safe. Do you think Mark Laidlaw's working on HLX? If so, he's probably being contracted in to work on a sort of like, contract basis rather than a full-time basis. I'm fine. Some places have been doing controlled burns, but those have been banned. Right. Okay, yeah. Oh dear. I very much doubt he is, since he says in that interview outright that he would say no to working on Half-Life. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to have a read of that after the stream. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. I don't care if I get copyright claimed.
Dreams that stillness entertains and slays. Now if my love for you won't make you stay, I don't know what will. You will never leave a trace where you walk. If the only path you take's the one you're told.
Yeah, it looks like the gameplay has been sort of maintained. I'm so curious to find out what this is going to be about. It runs on base PS5, right. I'm so curious as to how what the story is going to be for this, because I was under the impression that the world was going to change quite drastically after.
Protect you.
After what's her face? Emily? No, what's her name? Shit, I've forgotten. The previous extinction.
Aww. But I could only take my equipment with me.
And I couldn't possibly think of Lou like that. There was no way for the two of us to escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
Oh.
The walls that we are meant to break. Part of us that still remains untamed.
Don't worry, I've seen the
Must be more than
recap. It's an hour long though, yeah. No, I think before this comes out, when does this come out actually? June 26th. Damn. I was gonna say I kind of want to replay the first game, the director's cut version of the first game again before I play this. Red Bull gives you wings. It will be accurate, Angel. Oh no. Back and another look. Dolman. Hartman's back, yep. Her name's just Doctor. Yeah, this is Death Stranding 2. Yeah, I thought with the death of the extinction entity, whatever it's called, I thought that would mean that the world, like functionally, the physics of the world was going to change, but seemingly not.
Been alone this whole time.
You're wrong. Death can tear us apart. We'll always be connected. We will always be with you, no matter what. You will never, ever be alone.
Deborah Wilson's character has two left hands.
I'll make a lasting connection with the lady in red. The perfect ending humanity deserves.
For the sake of the future, we must all come together. As a barrier to the bad, and a gateway to the good. All hands, brace for launch.
I immediately foresee myself enjoying the Doll Man as a character. It's no spoilers because you have no idea what's happening exactly. So true, so true. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Blood Spring Trap to DVD. Yeah, they did actually. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you said something else for a second there. Oh.
A world divided, made whole. With a few sticks for encouragement. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential sticks seem to become.
HB Magellan. Integrate. Everyone, hold on tight.
I was gonna say, yeah. The stuff that happened right at the end there, two things, as you pointed out, yeah. That new character with the sort of slightly Arabic accent or Middle Eastern accent. As soon as he put on the bandana, I was like, is that just Snake? Is that just freaking Metal Gear Solid? And then freaking Hartman inhabiting a BT and putting the head of what looked like Metal Gear Rex. That ship that he put on his head just looks like the head of Metal Gear Rex. On himself. I'm like, what the fuck? Is they just they're just connecting the worlds together? Yeah, we'll see once it comes out. I was gonna say, I'm so curious as to what the story's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be convoluted as fuck. And it's gonna take me at like 30, 40 hours, however many hours this game is, like 100 hours, to freaking figure out what the hell. Figure out all the answers to my questions. No, but it looks so much, yeah, it's definitely not the same, because if you look at Metal Gear Rex, one second, Metal Gear Rex, yeah, if you look at Metal Gear Rex, here, it's not the same, but it looks a hell of a lot like it. Wait, let's do this. If I just make a new window. Put this. Oh god, it'll. Where is it? It wouldn't show. Let's jump back a bit.
Hold on tight.
Look how similar it is. It's got that same, T shape. It's not quite the same, of course. It's got very similar as a T-shaped head. With, in this case, the original Metal Gear Rex had the fucking cannon on one side and the radar dish on the other. But instead, this one has the two jets on the other. But there's some uncanny resemblance going on there. Dear. It sure looks very similar. Can you go back to the walking montage real quick? I want to see those guys. Oh, right. Is it? Yeah, I see what you were talking about, by the way, with the two left hands thing. Yeah, where was that? Hold on. It was somewhere in here, wasn't it? Or is it earlier? About 1/3? Oh, this part, yes, yep. Yeah. Got a bit of an aurora going on there. And some actual plant life. There was a couple of areas in the game, in the original game, that had plant life. Not a whole lot though. Flowing water and fire. Didn't see a whole lot of fire in the original. Yeah. I think this is gonna step it up a whole bunch. The original game looked amazing, but this is gonna be even more so. Yeah, the doll character. I bet I'm gonna I'm gonna be laughing in almost every doll scene.
I couldn't protect you.
What did it say? Did I I miss the one that we were talking about? Anyway. Death Stranding 2X Metal Gear. It really feels like that. Yeah. Do you think Death Stranding is canon with Metal Gear? I'm calling it. Yeah. No, it won't be literally, but it's he's basically recreating it for his own like, now that he has his own studio, you know. He's sort of recreating it, or claiming some of it back. But yeah, no, it won't be literally the same asset. Same asset, just slightly tweaked. Trust me, bro. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Super cool. Super interested in seeing how I need to know how the world works and how it's changed since the previous one, because a lot of it looks like it's the same, but I thought I thought that the physics of reality would be different, because the extinction event entity, I forget what they actually call her. What do they call, it's Amelie, isn't it? What do they actually call her in terms of like her being the origin of the extinction, or like the controller of the extinction? I can't remember what the hell they call it. But yeah, I thought with her dead, maybe she's not dead, but I thought with her dead that the whole world would shift. And I actually thought the beach would no longer exist. Because and therefore the way that they all connected using the chiral network would no longer exist either, because if you don't have the beach and if you don't have the extinction event, you don't have the beach, and therefore you don't have the chiral network. That's what I thought, but clearly not. Clearly that's not the case. And there's something weird going on with like Fragile being dead. Just, she saved Lou. She got herself killed by saving Lou. But she's still, like, you can still connect with her, because I'm assuming because you're a void and you're like connected to the void, you're also half dead. Anyway, I'm building a new PC. Here's the parts. Oh, right. Obligatory PC part conversation. A Ryzen 9, yep, of course. Not bad price, actually. Yeah, it's a good price. Thermalright Phantom Spirit Evo CPU cooler. Thermal paste, of course. Gigabyte. Oh, I'm not super familiar with motherboards, but yep, memory type DDR5, Wi-Fi 7, and 6E. Yeah, no, I don't know a whole lot of details about motherboards. I just know that you want to make sure that the memory type that it's compatible with is as advanced as you can, and you've already got wireless networking built in with Wi-Fi 7, the latest Wi-Fi version, functional, which is good. I guess the character 1 is evil. Created the companion. 3 is a cat. 2 created the companion. 3 is a cat. I'm guessing it's purple cat. But the CPU isn't best for gaming, but I really need the multi-core performance for compiling and stuff. Right. Well, it went a little expensive on the motherboard for better CPU power delivery and on-board Wi-Fi 7. Yeah. You got 32 DDR5 RAM. Yep, that's good. That's nice. 2 TB solid state drive, and it's a PCIe one. Good. I was gonna say, for hard drives these days, I've heard that. See, I only heard as of like last year that you can even get PCI based hard drives, but yeah, PCI based hard drives are like PCI based SSDs are like supposedly like 10 times faster than standard SSDs, which is wild. Wish my desktop can be that powerful. I got the answer right. Yay, purple cat. Aren't there motherboards that allow for multiple CPUs? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't know that RAM brand, but apparently there's only 3 companies that make RAM, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a 2 terabyte solid state drive in PCIe form. Very nice, very nice. Radeon RX 970. Yep. This will be where most of the cost is coming from. Yep. And we've got a mid tower case. Yep. Mid. No, like mid size. Yeah. Cool. Can I look closer at it? Yep. I feel like I've seen this before, or seen something very similar at least. NZXT. Yeah, I'm familiar with that brand as well. Yeah, nice, very nice. AMD GPUs, such good value compared to Nvidia, though. Yes. That's the thing, is that, from what I've heard, at least, 970 XT is equivalent to 480 Supercard and 570 Ti. Right. Yep. Yeah, no, I've heard. See, I'm not always I'm not always up to speed, but I've read that there's the 9070, which is like the like pretty much top of the line AMD, right? Isn't it? And then there's like, I was sold on it when I saw Doom: The Dark Ages running at like 150 FPS on it. Right, yeah. Oh, that's out now, isn't it? Doom: The Dark Ages is out. I saw it on Steam the other day. I haven't played the freaking DLC for Eternal yet. Neither of us can play Doom: Dark Ages right now. It needs hardware ray tracing. I see. Oof. I can't even play it if I wanted to, lol. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then you got 1000-watt power supply. Nice. That's what I have in my computer currently. I bought that 1000-watt power supply because I was like, if I just have 1000 watts, there should never be a problem with power supply. So good choice. And I believe this is pretty similar, like the 80 plus gold certified. Yeah. Yeah, I needed it for all the hard drives, but half the hard drives have failed now. All my like backup drives and stuff have all like failed or were assigned to run super slow. So I've taken them all out. I have no need for the power supply that I have. Yeah. There's a couple of hard drives there that I had as like backup drives that I just stored a bunch of shit on for backup, and they stopped reading properly. So I have to take them into a repair place to see if I can get the data like recovered. Yeah, and when that happened, when those 2 drives failed, because one of them was my music drive, which had all my music on it, which is really sad. But now I just listen to YouTube / Spotify these days. But my music drive failed first, and then my backup drive failed. Thankfully, both of them are relatively inconsequential, but when those both failed, all my YouTube backup drives that I had, like that have all my YouTube videos and stuff on them, I immediately was like, I'm gonna unplug them. Because I used to have them plugged in 24/7, you know. But apparently having them running 24/7 like that is how you end up with discs no longer reading properly. It's almost certainly just a pin issue, the pin not spinning properly. So I should be able to get them recovered, those 2 that are broken and recovered. But yeah, I immediately unplugged all my YouTube ones, and I just transferred like my important YouTube stuff to my SSD, and I'm like, yeah, I've got them now stored in a storage space, but yeah, I need to do a whole bunch of backing up. I need to find some long-term storage solutions. I know the platters corrode over as well, which is scary. Oh, sorry, corrode, corrode. Right. Yes. And I've heard that actually SSDs actually have a shorter shelf life, quote unquote shelf life, than hard drive disks do. So, uh, yeah, it's somewhat concerning. Maybe that the one that they were talking about though, maybe they were talking about the classic SSDs. Maybe, I don't know if they're talking about the modern SSDs. I don't know. All I know is that I was under the impression that like, oh, SSDs will last longer because they have less moving parts and they're less likely to cause damage. But apparently no. Apparently SSDs actually have a shorter shelf life than hard drive disks do, which is shocking to me because I really didn't think that would be the case. So yeah, gotta find some way to some long-term storage solution. But also got a nice webcam and a nice mouse by the looks of it. Yeah, just a classic. Rival 3. Not too complicated. Got a couple of side buttons, middle button. Yeah, nice. Good choice. I much prefer a mouse with like a few extra buttons than one with like a ton of extra shit. It's usually always better to have a slightly simpler mouse, in my opinion. That's why I have the one that I have now, which is, oh god, it's dirty. But I have the one that I have now, which just it's a they call it ambidextrous mouse, where it's like it's perfectly, oh god, the light. It's perfectly symmetrical. So it's got 2 buttons on that side and 2 buttons on that side, and that's basically it. Otherwise, it's just a standard mouse. But it means that I have 4 programmable buttons. And this kind of mouse, you can have it set so that one of the programmable buttons switches between different modes. So I can have will it show up? Yeah, I have editing mode and default. So like when I click editing mode, the buttons do stuff like, one of the buttons is a delete button, so I can just like delete I think it's like one of them is control, one of them is delete. So I could like select sections of video and then just click the delete key on my mouse, so I don't have to go across my keyboard to click delete. Yeah. I hope you can upgrade soon. 1080 Ti is a fucking beast, but it's finally showing its age. Yes, yeah. No, that's just it. That's what I was saying to someone the other day, was that I'm amazed at how well the GTX 1080 Ti has somehow lasted so well for so long. Because when I bought the 1080 Ti, it was not new. The 1080 Ti had been around for like 4 years, or 3 or 4 years by the time I bought it. And so when I bought it, I was expecting to have to upgrade sometime shortly afterwards. Like I was expecting maybe 2 or 3 years out of it, and then I'd need to upgrade again. But it has lasted. It has lasted years and years. And it's still going strong, except for the fact that it's got no ray tracing support. Now that things require ray tracing, yeah, it's now finally falling away. Yeah, I've used a Dell mouse for years. I just need something simple but not an office mouse. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Need a decent webcam as I work remote. Oh, right. Yeah. I was gonna say I've used the same webcam. I bought it back when I started doing YouTube stuff, and I've used it ever since. I have no idea what webcam stuff is good these days. But this one has 2K, which is nice. That's good. This one that I'm using, it only goes to, I think it goes to 1080p, but only if you're doing it at 30 frames. So it's either 720 at 60 or 1080 at 30. So I think I'm technically actually at 30 frames a second at the moment. I think I'm actually not sure about that. One second, let's have a look. Yeah. My resolution's 1080p, but my FPS is only 30. So I've been coming at you at 30 frames a second for all these years. 2K at 30. Ah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. For something like for the average user, it's not worth spending too much money on a webcam. As long as they can see your face, it doesn't really matter. And it seems like it's a good webcam actually. It's not a bad webcam. And being able to just USB it as well. Unlike some, fancy webcams that you have to plug them into an intermediary device before you can plug them into your computer. Like fancy mics and stuff like that. Awful. um yeah, 1080 Ti was March 2017. Oh, okay. So it was actually not as old as I thought when I bought it. But yeah, they just don't. They don't make the high quality generations like that anymore. Yeah. What sort of innovations will happen to computers 100 years from now? Oh, it's literally impossible to imagine. Like 100 years ago, almost literally, computers didn't exist 100 years ago. Like, at least nothing like what we have today. Yeah. I can't wait for 60 FPS. Yeah, no, the games have always been 60 FPS, 1080p, 60 FPS, but my face has always been at 30 or lower. Back when I had that PS3 camera for those first two videos I did, yeah, I think that was even lower than 30 FPS. Did you hear the Mario Kart World? Supposed to be on Switch 1, but Switch 1 couldn't handle it. Oh, okay. But yeah, the main impetus for finally upgrading for me was the new Doom and DS2, right? Right, yes, yeah. But it runs on PS5. I might have to get it on PS5 initially. If I actually want to play it, because my computer might not be able to run the new Death Stranding 2. Right, yeah. By the way, did you know that, did you see, yes, I did see, Game Maker's Toolkit's new game. It seems like not that long ago, yeah, it was weird, it was one of those things where, I was looking up Wormspan. Is it just, if I search GMTK? Yeah, there it is. It comes up right at the top. Nice. It didn't seem like that long ago that Mind Over Magnet came out. Mind Over Magnet came out, and then suddenly the next video I see from GMTK is that he's made another game. He's made Wordplay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a neat looking game, but I mean I've played stuff similar to this before, but the visual style of it is very nice. And I'm usually terrible at these kinds of games, but I played Mind Over Magnet, a little short and simple, but I enjoyed it and he deserves some money. Right. Yeah, I haven't played Mind Over Magnet myself, although it is on sale at the moment actually. Wait, what was this? Thoughtful Adventures. Oh, is this a pack? Oh, it's a pack, yeah. It's only $10. Sure. I'll buy that after the stream. Cause yeah, GMTK is great, so I'm happy to support him, and yeah, on sale definitely, definitely, get it. Even though I know originally it's only $15, but it's all good. What is the emoji? Found it in the food section. Oh, it's a ginger. It's a piece of ginger. I played mine over Magda. Yeah. View it should be like 2 hours or less. Right. Yeah. When you say that you're terrible at something, you should hold on to the banana and see if it will make you unterrible. Yeah. But holding it might make me even worse. It's maybe because Mario Kart World has more. Yeah. The more like this Switch 1 is pretty. It's a pretty limiting system, to be perfectly fair. Could do a GMTK stream if you have the time. Mind over Magnet and finish it off with some rounds of wordplay. Yeah, I could do something like that. That'd be nice. That'd honestly be a nice stream because I do like a good puzzle game to just not be too intense, not be too what's the word? Like when playing horror or action stuff, you get a lot. There's a lot of pressure to perform. I suppose you get that with puzzle games too. There is a reason why I kind of stopped playing Portal stuff on streams. But yeah, it could be a nice change of pace. Yeah. However, I have promised that the next stream I'm gonna do is gonna be Project Zomboid. So it'll have to be after that. Fingers crossed, this coming weekend. Every time I say it, I should stop saying that because every time I say it, I can't do it. Fingers crossed I can stream this coming weekend and we'll do Project Zomboid and then Mind Over Magnet. Yeah. Yes, words on stream. I was terrible at that. Yeah. I wasn't terrible, but I was there were others that were much better at it than me. There were others that are not native English speakers that were much better at it than me. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Alright, well, let's just watch these last two things here, and then we'll call it for today, eh? Yeah. Or maybe I'll watch this as well. I just know that I need to go to the toilet. And I don't want to do a pee break in the middle of the stream. Choose one to sacrifice. Brain. Just end it. Yeah. I have played No Man's Sky on Switch. It runs actually okay. Oh. That's actually quite impressive. Since the summer now, shouldn't you have more stream time? Well, it's not so much it's work. Work is the thing that's stopping me from streaming most of the time. As it stands, I do actually have a bunch of marking I'm supposed to do today. It's the only reason I'm streaming today is that it's King's birthday. It's when we celebrate the King's birthday, even though it's probably not today. Yeah, it's King's birthday weekend where we have an extra day off to celebrate King's birthday. It used to be Queen's birthday, but of course things have changed. So yeah, we had an extra day off this weekend, and I went on Queen's birthday / King's birthday weekend. We always have the mid-year Armageddon convention, so I went to that on Saturday. But when I came back, I was like, first of all, exhausted because we did a whole bunch of shit on the way home as well. And then, so Sunday, I wasn't up to streaming. But Sunday, I basically just did nothing all day. So I was like, all right, definitely able to stream Monday. So yeah, now I'm here. Oh yeah. There is 2 hands, but only 1 foot. He just says he's terrible as a disguise. Shh! Don't out me. Just say I'm terrible. I say I'm terrible to limit expectations. I think I'd enjoy marking maths papers, but Marking subjective stuff like essays looks painful. Yeah, that's the problem, is that the stuff I'm having to mark, like, we have, when it comes to stuff with, like, objective answers, those are all automated these days. Like, almost all those, marking those things can be done automatically, so we don't actually have to mark them. But those are the ones that are like, enjoyable to mark. But the ones that, the stuff I actually have to mark is the stuff with more subjective answers. And I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, the stuff I have to mark is related to user interface design, and specifically usability. The 12 heuristics of usability. And so, yeah, it's there's lots of subjectivity. Basically, our students are given a bunch of well, in this case, all my students are given a scenario, a user interface scenario, and they're told to identify which usability rules are on show in this particular image, and what rules are being shown here? Are they, like, how, like, what are your, do you think they've done well? Do you think they've done poorly? Suggest improvements on those, on the user interface. And yeah, so it's extremely subjective. Normal people only have 1 foot. I blame my grade 7 in maths. The computer getting it wrong. Oh, I see what you mean. Eh? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It looks normal to me. Yeah, I could do a module like that next year of uni, but that's not my thing. Right, yeah. Like, I did a... So, one of the papers I did at uni related to usability stuff like that. I did a paper that was on user interface. There was a computer-human interactions paper that I did that talked about usability stuff. But it wasn't just, like, the 12 heuristics, the usability. It was a combination of, like, user interface design, what makes for, like, good user interface design for what kinds of people. It involved, like, developing a user interface that, like, I think it was the suggested one was to just do a website, make it, like, nice looking. And because I'm terrible, I'm actually pretty terrible at HTML and CSS, because I just never really was that interested in them. That at uni I used a template and just modified it. I got a website template and modified it to fit my scenario, because we were given a scenario to make an interface for. Most of it was stolen. But, like, to be fair, I did modify the shit out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know what you're seeing, Fireboy. Yeah, I don't know. My module options are targeting platforms, right for PS5, embed device, whatever you want. Oh. Implementing AI, psychological theory, games research, world building, dissertation, mocap. Oh. Real-time interactive group project. Oh shit. That's right. You're actually at like a you're not just at programming stuff. It's like game design oriented, isn't it? Or game development oriented. That's super cool. I wish I had that shit when I was at school. When I was at university. Games technology. That's such a cool focus. PS5 dev kits. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. God damn it. Yeah, because like I was doing a computer science a degree, of course, and so my papers were like I opted for papers that I thought were interesting. I went for like as an example, I went for human computer interaction. I went for like 3D graphics. I went for AI development, and like I found them really interesting and fascinating, and I enjoyed my time there. Oh yeah, I went one was like an operating systems paper. I had a great time, but yeah, if I found out after the fact or later down the line that there's a university right next door to the university I went to that had a game development paper I could have done, a game development degree. It's all NDA'd, but it's very low level, but super interesting. Yeah, I would have loved to attend a school like that or a university like that. So cool. Yeah. But yeah, I've talked about this before, but I really want to just like I'm working at the moment. I'm working teaching programming stuff, but I really want to just start focusing on making stuff, making games. Even like just making little games here and there for like I guess a portfolio of sorts, or even just to release on Steam as like small games that I've developed. I have an income now, so I can afford to pay the like the fees that Steam charges to release stuff on there. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. The problem is just time. School takes up so much of your personal time with like marking and other other BS. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And just the other day I was looking at I still watch there's a few channels like let's see if I can find them. If I go YouTube, watching the career with games could be interesting. If you can't be a student at a games uni, it'd be great to try teach there maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah. That would be really cool. Actually, yeah, if I could become a lecturer at so I went to Auckland Uni in the city, which at the time was the most prestigious university in Auckland. So that's why I opted for it. But I found out that if I had looked at AUT, which is right next door to Auckland Uni, AUT or the Auckland University of Technology, they had a game development paper there that I could have done. And like apparently AUT was just much better at getting people. I mean, I could go back to AUT. I suppose you're never too old to go to university, so I could just go and do the game development paper at AUT. What I was going to say is that what I found out after the fact was that AUT, unlike Auckland Uni, which is kind of designed to be, they want you to go into research. They don't really care about. They don't do a lot to get you a job. They just give you the degree and then throw you onto the street. They really want you to come back and do research and development at the university. Well, AUT apparently is much more oriented towards getting you a job. And so if I had gone through AUT, like a couple of people I know did, I might have been able to get a job in the game industry and not just get a degree and then just get flopped out onto the street with a degree and nothing else. Oh, it's one more short clip after these two posts? Okay. Um, about modules? You talking about the fact, Fireball, you talking about the fact that they're tied? I don't think that's why, because I've got people tied for points, and it still shows the numbers. The Chinese room, dear Esther and Machine for Pigs, started at my uni. Oh! Doxing myself, but I don't care, okay. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. Dan Pinchbeck, writer for Dear Esther. Yeah, yep. Was a lecturer at my uni, and I found a folder on our drive of all his old resources. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, what is their latest game? I feel like I remember reading something about Chinese Room. I feel like I heard recently about what they were doing, but I've forgotten. That's super cool. That's super cool to have the developers be like totally integrated. That's actually super cool. Oh, it Still Wakes the Deep. Yes. I really want to play that. That's on my list. I've avoided watching videos for it because I really want to play Still Wakes the Deep on the channel at some point. Oh, and that's right, Little Orpheus. I remember that. I remember seeing that coming out. But also, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2? They're making that? Damn. Sorry, we're talking about the Chinese Room, which is a developer, a game developer who have done some really cool stuff. um, yeah, something like that, Nathan. As you're saying, like there's some way it sorts who's first, second, third, based on this if they've got the same score. Uh. Right, yeah. Now that's the thing is, from what I know, is like the AUT were the ones who they have industry experts coming in and giving talks. So like, for instance, I went to a game conference. I went to a game developer meetup thing in Auckland that was hosted by AUT. That the Grinding Gear Games people came and gave talks at. So like, while the people who are running the games group at AUT aren't necessarily game developers themselves. They have industry connections and stuff to actual developers and stuff. But so yeah, there's still potential. I could still theoretically work for them. Uh yeah. That's just it. Like it's becoming a lecturer there, it's more about showing that you know the law, like, yeah, having a degree, already having a computer science degree, or going in and doing one of their game development papers and then becoming a lecturer there I wouldn't need to have industry knowledge. I just need to show that I know what I'm doing, know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's finish off these last two videos, and then I was told there was one more after this. So yeah, let's just quickly whip through these. Oh, it's the James
Welcome to the Hung Zone.
Again.
Do you know where you're sitting right now? You think you're in your house. Wrong. You're in a dimensional prison with plastic walls and a smiling microwave that reports your thoughts to the Appliance Bureau.
Yeah,
There's a way out, and it's in your garbage bin. Every object in your home is a sensor, a restrainer, a portal. The government sealed most of them after the microwave accords of '79, but the garbage bin, they forgot to lock it. You want to get out? Then listen close. First, you grab 3 AA batteries, not fresh. No, these gotta be crusty. Real sick batteries. The kind that leave powder on your hands and static in your ears. Then you find an old email, printed from 1998. That's your anchor. That's your passport. You fold that email into a swan. Feed it to the bin like you're apologizing to it. Then you find a VHS, not just any VIS, it needs to be pure static or old church broadcasts taped over cartoons. You lower it into the bin real slow like it's an offering, and you whisper, "Take me not to where I wish, but where I was meant." Don't forget the jar. You need tears. Human if you got 'em, goat if you don't. Pour those over the lid. That's your baptism. And you gotta finish the ritual with sound. A cassette tape of Prince or old Soviet synthwave. Wrap it around the bin handle like a seatbelt for your soul. Close the lid fast. No hesitation. The longer you delay, the closer the bin dreams get to waking. Where you end up depends on what you're holding when the portal opens. Don't go in empty-handed. That's a one-way trip to the carpet void. Say you're holding a sock, one with a hole in the heel. That'll send you back to 1987, to a memory loop of a suburban bedroom. You'll be trapped in childhood, but the toys will whisper equations, and if you solve them, you'll gain access to the attic. Now, if you've got a broken TV remote in your hand, the bin sends you deep into the server caverns, arcade motherboard roots that never shut off. You'll hear pinball machines breathe, and Pac-Man will try to sell you methamphetamine. Don't bring anything stainless. Stainless means they can't track it, which means someone else is watching. Once you're in the stream, hold your breath. The air's made of expired coupons and the regret of junk mail. Don't touch the wrappers. They'll try to make you nostalgic. That's how they trap your soul. If you hear whispering coupons, listen close. Some of them will tell you the truth, but don't sign anything. No deals. Never make a deal in the stream. And if you see a raccoon in a tiny uniform demanding payment, give it lint, not coins, never coins. Coins make him angry. And if he gets angry, the bin reverses. You do not want to be inside it when that happens.
Yeah, what the heck? What is this?
Coming back is harder than going in. You've got to say out loud, like you mean it, "Take me back to what was broken." Then you throw in a broken crayon. Purple works best. While the crayon dissolves, you think about a regret, a real one, not some made-up garbage, something that still aches. If you did it right, you'll wake up somewhere safe-ish. Could be your kitchen floor, could be your neighbor's garage, could be wedged inside a stack of 1982 Reader's Digests. And if you find yourself wearing socks you didn't own before, keep them on. Those are your passport bag. Your trash bin isn't trash, it's salvation. Tune in next time for another transmission from the Hung Zone.
What is this? I'm totally baffled. But also, some of the names here are fascinating. r/rorius is the top result for Hung Zone. Yeah, what is this? Look, that's entirely within your community. What? You bring your uranium jar into the trash can. Yeah, like, is this a member of our community specifically? Yeah. And did they make it for me, or did they make it and they just wanted me to see it? Did they make it with the intention of it becoming like this crazy thing, but they don't really know how to post it far and wide? So like, this is the community they know how to post it to. Whatever it is, it's fascinating, and I have no idea what the deal is. Oh, it's so strange. Anyway, what's this? So this is a Cats of Liquid level that you've made? Yeah, same. Like, you were the one, Maddie, who suggested I play this. Cats of Liquid. And then it just became, like, it single-handedly became the biggest series on my channel. For no particular reason, seemingly. It's just people... I guess not that many other people played Cats of Liquid on YouTube, so I became one of the poster people of Cats of Liquid. Problem is that the people who watch Cats of Liquid, I don't know necessarily... Like, the people who came to my channel purely from Cats of Liquid and don't watch anything else, or, you know, that aren't interested, seemingly aren't interested in anything else, I'm not... This is the reason I haven't really played much more of it, is that there's probably only, like, 2 or 3 people on the channel who are regulars who still want me to play more Cats of Liquid. And I don't know that I want to make Cats of Liquid... Yeah, if I bring it back, will I just become the Cats of Liquid YouTuber? I don't know, maybe it's better than like languishing and not getting anywhere, but yeah, let's just say the comments of the Cats of Liquid videos are probably some of the only comments I've pretty much stopped responding to, because the amount of people who will post stuff that has already been posted in the comments of Cats of Liquid videos, like, every new comment on a Cats of Liquid's video is either, first of all, definitely already been commented. Secondly, will be asking me about whether I know about the purple cat, asking me to play the other, whichever one they're watching, they asked me to play the other Cats of Liquid game. Yeah, exactly, yes. It's like, most of the people who have come to my channel for the, like, they found my channel through Cats of Liquid are very young and are not necessarily an audience I wish to cultivate. Yeah, either one, it would do nothing, or two, the people the people would want more of it. Yeah, or 3, it's people that I don't really want to be the majority on the channel, you know. Like, I'm fine with people, because there are plenty of people who came from Cats of Liquid, but then they've stuck around because they've watched other stuff. They watch the reaction streams, they watch other videos, they hang out, you know. But there's so many people who came to the channel, they just watched Cats of Liquid and then they left, and that's all they did. And doing more Cats of Liquid, I feel, would just get more of those people. I wouldn't build a lasting audience through Cats of Liquid. I don't think. I just like cats and easy platformers. But yeah, the same. I mean, that's why I played it. That's why I enjoyed it, because it's just a fun little platforming game. Never cared for the story, to be fully honest. Yeah, that's just it. It was just a fun, not too difficult platformer game with some cool mechanics. Especially the first one. I think I preferred the first game to the second. And then, yeah, the it somehow became the biggest series on the channel. Yeah. The Cats of Liquid curse is real, so be careful. Yeah. Anyway, okay, last video. This is what happens when the team tops out in Connected. Oh. Ah, another one of these. Why? What happened? Why did it do that? Let's try that again. What the? It's like not loading the video. In the Steam description, the game contains dark story elements, including strong feelings of abandonment and detachment from reality. This game is not for children. It's not for adults either, Lamal. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna try opening it again. Why? Why is it doing this? If I make it... If I force it to resize? No. What if I go watch full video? What the heck? If I go back to... If I go back to here. Oh. Pause. Okay. This is working. Now. Is it because it's a clip? What the fuck? Okay, wait, let's see if I can just like... Oh! Ah, it worked briefly. Damn it. It's something to do with the sidebar stuff. Hold up, if I go like this
video is going to be a little...
I make it small screen. And now go open this up. It's to do with widescreen. Yeah. There it is. Something to do with the cinema mode. It was not happy. Wait, I missed like half it. Wait. So, team fail in area 5. Let's just start this again. Okay. I was busy distracted by other things. Oh. Yeah. Oof. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Yet an unfortunate setup already going on. And you were the only one alive to deal with it, so that was an unfortunate. And then like the attack it was doing, where it was like shuffling your lines. That's insane. Dear. Yeah, so it was something weird to do with it being a clip, but also being in like cinema mode. It somehow got it all confused. Yeah. Anyway, I got it working in the end. The beat in the result screen makes it even more terrifying as the camera zooms in closer to the black hole. Yeah. Yeah. It was like... It just slowly zooms into the black hole. Yeah. All right. Well, there was that other video I did once. I had open. 1 second. Oh, I had Million Ricks open there as well. 1 second. I'll just go real quick, just in case it tries to. Okay, I don't think it was gonna dox me, but just in case, I always like to do this off screen. So let's have a look at this as well.
This video is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do on this channel, but I thought it would be interesting. In 2019, a mod was announced called Vance that took place in an alternate reality of Half-Life 2.
Did we watch this in a different
Gordon
reaction stream?
refuses G-Man's offer at the end of Half-Life 1.
If you're interested, just step into the portal and I will take that as a yes. Otherwise, well, I can offer you a battle you have no chance of winning. Rather an anticlimax after what you've just survived. Time to choose.
Ed is now presumed dead or missing. The game takes place during the events of Half-Life 2, but the plot and world
Seems
itself
so familiar,
are
but I
completely
don't
changed
remember.
due to the lack of Gordon. In April of this year, the mod was cancelled, as most Half-Life 2 mods are, and the entire unfinished game, as well as the concept art, plot outline, source code, and game assets were released open source on GitLab. There was very little fanfare from what I saw when this mod announced it had gone open source and ceased development, and I was surprised no one really covered it because it looked really interesting and very high quality. Since pretty much everything in the entire project is now open source, if you're a Half-Life 2 modder or part of a modding team and you're interested in continuing its development, I highly recommend you do so, as this seems like an extremely interesting project. Today we'll be going through the game itself and seeing what this unfinished mod has to offer. Hey, it works. I didn't even have to do anything. I haven't played it yet. So,
Wait.
This is all
Half-Life 2, but
brand
you're
new.
a hobo?
Oh, wow. Dude, this is high quality. So if I'm not mistaken, this is actually runs off like a modified version of the source engine to allow for like better graphics and stuff. Combine AI test. I'll go through the game files to see if there's any more than this, like maybe that's not in the new game area in a bit, but I'll try this first. Stems 0 to tourniquet.
Tourniquets. Tourniquet or tourniquet.
Okay, so we got animations and view models that look really good. But no sounds. Looks like there's no custom sounds, but dang, the view models are pretty. Grenade is missing textures,
The lighting is a little bit janky, but it looks like it's an attempt to improve the lighting, which is overall better. Just some like light leaking and stuff to do with the PSPs.
Music's good.
Yeah, unlike Boreal Aleph, this music feels very appropriate for
Got
Half-Life.
some lighting bugs and one extremely small missing texture. Oh, and a
that's
missing
the end.
universe. So, this was called Combine AI Test. So that implies that the AI is different.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding, apparently. That's a new
Why, you need a
mechanic.
tourniquet.
Oh, I feel bad for the composer, dude. This is such good music. Oh, this is cool. I like the gun sounds. They feel very beefy. Got some custom voice acting for Alex, dude. So it looks like they made the guns, all of them projectile based instead of hit scan, which is kind of weird, but I mean, that could be good. I don't know. I don't know. Also, stims and tourniquets. Oh, I like the running animation on the MP7.
Oh, it looks like
Okay,
she's got the
here's
Russells.
range. It looks like they have some like custom lighting engine implanted into the Source 1 engine. Looks kind of cool. See what we have here. This is full arsenal. Crowbar, it's a vodka bottle. With no animations.
Yeah.
Very fitting. Gravity
Oh,
gun.
never mind. It's just straight up as the gravity gun.
I think they were gonna use Russell's gravity gloves in this
Yeah.
game, because if you look at
Yeah,
Alex's
she's got the
hands,
Russells
you
there.
kind of see, looks like the gravity gloves, the Russells, whatever. Oh, looks like we got a working Magnum though, with Half-Life 1 sounds.
Oh yeah.
Very nice animations. This whole game has really beefy custom sound effects, and I really like it because a lot of the times I felt a lot of the guns in Half-Life 2 sounded really weak. Okay, time for some of the story maps, assuming they're story maps, starting with D1 Train Station 1.
Yeah. I might watch the rest of this myself in my own time because I really need to go to the toilet. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys coming around, and we had a great chat this time. I really liked our chats today. Cuz sometimes, you know, the honestly the main reason I do these reaction streams is to chat with you guys. I just remembered. I've been forgetting to do this for months. Almost every time I forget, I'm supposed to in these streams call out the freaking Royal Maximilians. Call them out, you know. They did something problematic, but yeah. So there's not very many members these days, which is totally fair because I very nearly cancelled memberships because of how little I stream these days. But at the moment, we still have some people who are maintaining their memberships after all this time, which I really appreciate. It still helps me to this day. But yeah, I might still cancel them in the immediate future just because I don't feel like it's fair on the people who have signed up. But yeah, I've got Core Gamer with 56 months of Royal Maximilian, which is crazy. Rocky with 44 months of Royal Maximilian, and Orangey with 42 months of Royal Maximilian. I really appreciate it, and to all the blessed members as well. I appreciate your support to this day. And yeah, to everyone who's supported me ever, I really appreciate it. Jonas. Jonas is no longer a member, but that's fair because honestly, as I said before, I'm contemplating removing the memberships just until I become more active on YouTube again because, you know, it's not fair to pay that price, you know, to pay a membership price when I'm barely streaming these days. So, I know some people I've said that to several of the people who are members, but they're still like, no, I refuse to give up my membership. So, again, I appreciate it. But no, as I was saying before, like the main reason I do these streams, really, the reaction streams, the main reason I do them is so that we can have a good chat. So we can just like chat and hang out and check stuff out. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Fingers crossed. Please let this week be a nice week. This week is a short week, so all the more chance that we'll stream next weekend. Yeah, good talking. See you around another time. Yeah, it was a good chat. We had a really good chat this stream, so I look forward to the next one. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. We'll be doing Project Zomboid in the immediate coming stream, but we'll also do, yeah, I'll definitely try that. I'll do a GMTK stream also as like the follow-up to that. So yeah, fingers crossed this coming weekend I'll have time and be able. Oh, dear. I think at this stage, I think it's Core Gamer. It was Tiana, and then Jonas, and then, oh, was it always Core as number 3 originally? Something like that. But yeah, now I believe it's Core Gamer is the longest member of the channel's ever had. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys. I got this friggin' stream controller thingy right as I started streaming way less, so I never use it. But yeah. This one here. thanks for watching, Screen. See you guys. Bye.